Okay, this is going to be something new and something big. The Dodger on the boat is getting pretty thin and it's getting really worn out, so it's time to replace it. I actually made it about 11 years ago, so we got my money's worth out of it, so I'm making a new one. This is a relatively big project. It's going to take like 20 feet of material and a big room to do it in. So I still have the patterns from when I made it the first time. So what I'm doing now is using the patterns that I previously made and transferring them to Sombrella. And I just happen to have enough Sombrella from the last time I made it, so I don't have to buy any more Sombrella, but I will have to buy some vinyl and zippers and all that stuff. But so I'm going to get started. So I have actually started to transfer the pattern to the material. So the key to making something good sewing on the boat is making a good pattern. So I spent probably at least 10 hours making this pattern on the boat. If I can find the pictures, I will post them in the video as well. But this is the pattern on one side of the boat. This is the starboard side. I call it a wing, but it's a portion of the pattern here. So basically what we have here is the blue line is the sew line. The black line, which is the edge, is the cut line. So I spent a lot of time on the boat making the pattern really accurate. And some of the details on it is I have sout, which is starboard outside. So I know that when I mark it, I will put sout on it so I know that it's starboard outside. And then I put marks that I have on the corresponding panel on this side that it's going to match up to. I'll put the mark on the material on both this pattern, this material, and the other pattern, the other material, so they match up. So I know that it won't get wonky on me. So, and then I previously used to have a grommet, but I don't use it anymore because I put a strut on it. So that's the pattern. Here's one that I've already marked. So here's the pattern for the port side. As you can see, pout for port outside. And then I marked front, so I know that it's the front. So basically I just copied the outside, which is the cut line on the scrap material that I have, and I put the indicator marks to match up with the other piece of material, and I marked it pout in front, and I marked the outside with pencil. The blue is actually a marking pencil, which will wipe off very easily, but it's bright enough that I can see it on the white. Usually I use a white soapstone pencil, but white doesn't show up well on white. So, and then I also have the pattern for the rest of the boat, the rest of the Dodger, which is huge. So there are two pieces. One I call the windshield because it has the glass in it. The other one is the top. So this one is the top, and this one is the windshield. And you can see they have marks that will line up with the other parts. And I have other markings on it for the wear strip that goes on the top and other indicators that I know where to match up. And I have like marks for zippers and all that stuff. So this project should take me a while. The last time I did it, I want to say it took me 50 hours sewing, but now that I have much more experience, it shouldn't take me that long. Plus the pattern's done, and I've done it before. So, and this is my sewing room. I actually made this big table out of actual old doors that were in the house previously, and I've replaced the doors. I kept the blanks, and then I just put them on scrap wood that I had. And I bought this Sailboat sewing machine, so this makes life a lot easier making something nice and high quality. And I put this hardboard on top so the material slides. So I have a big work area, so I have 3 doors and the hardwood on top so I can slide the material, and it works real nice. I have a whole bunch of LED lights in the ceiling, so I have a good work area, which I didn't have when I did the first one. So this should go a lot better. And when I make the pattern, you got to make sure the pattern doesn't move on here. So I just take some seam stick, which is double-sided tape, and I put it under the pattern, and then I put it down, and when I mark the material, I don't really have any weights. So I just hold it down while I mark the outside, and then I'll mark all the indicator marks around and mark it so I know, so I have reference. So this is the beginning of a project. This will probably be many episodes. I will edit it down quite a bit, but if you want to watch the entire series, Sailboat has a video series on how to make this in stunning detail. So, and when I have the video that I follow, they've actually made a newer one, which I don't have. I haven't actually watched it, but I only have the old one. This is what this one's made from. That was my inspiration, so I want to use the old video again for inspiration. I'll put the link to the playlist in the video as well. So if you want to make your own Dodger, it will go into great detail on how to pattern, how to sew it, how to cut it. I'm just going to do a brief overview of the process as I make progress. So I'm not going to go into too much detail, but I just wanted to show you this is the next thing that I'm doing. So thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe for more future videos.